Right. In this morning show, we are here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business. And we'll support you every step of the way. Right in the morning. Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women make it sound easy. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing this amazing Thursday morning? We have a beautiful sunshiny day, but it is getting a little chilly, a little fast. Yes. So good morning. We are going to get into some things today. Today, we are going to be talking about consistency. And Nikkie, you always talking about consistency because consistency is the only answer. Okay, that is why. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee with Nikkie. I am your host, Miss Nikkie, and this is your daily cup of information and inspiration. And y'all already know I love to use AI, and I definitely love to use AI for a business, for just things that I struggle with or where I need a little bit of help with. And so it has proven to be helpful to me. It has proven to be helpful to you all. And I do focus a lot on using AI, and I use it for, images and everything else. But let me tell y'all something. If you're not using AI, and again, don't use it as is. Use it to give you the information or to give you an idea of where you want to go, and then you take that and you run with it, right? Don't just use it and again, that's the end all be all. No, we're going to take what we get and we're going to put our little spin on it, and we're going to make it even better, right? Because that's what we can do. And so today we're going to be focusing on that too. I have some prompts that I want to give that may perhaps even be a free guide. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to do it that way yet, or maybe I'll just give a few of the prompts out, but I definitely think it is, beneficial for you all. So I will definitely be doing that. I realized too, listen, I didn't even schedule my time right now. I looked and I was like, oh shoot, I didn't schedule Thursday and Friday. And so I don't think anybody got a notification about us coming to Coffee with Nikkie this morning. Y'all probably thought like, Nikkie off today again. Nope, I'm here. I am here. So today, again, we're going to be talking about using AI. I was listening to David Shands, and this is what triggered this conversation for this morning, is he was saying consistency is the only cheat code. And that is the absolute truth. Consistency is the only cheat code. You have to continue to do the work and show up. It has to happen. This is the only way that people are going to be able to rely on you. This is the only way that you're going to be able to build trust. This is the only way that you're going to inform your audience. You have to show up. You can't show up every now and then because, out of sight, out of mind kind of thing, right? You got to make sure that you are showing up and you are giving the people what they want, right? And so one of the things that I wanted to share this morning is a quote, right? And it says, consistency doesn't demand perfection. And a lot of people I don't know, what is that this thing about, I'm just a perfectionist. Everybody loves to say that. Like, to me, when I hear that, I'm like, girl, that sounds like an excuse. You know what I'm saying? And I already tell y'all, perfection sound like procrastination. That's what it sounds like to me. Whenever somebody say, I'm a perfectionist, I'm like, that sounds like you are a procrastinator. That just sounds like you're just going to keep on putting this task off, this launch off, this product off, this campaign off, you know what I'm saying? Until you feel like you get it right, you got it right. And then what happens if things don't go exactly the way that you planned, right? And so we just got to think about being taking the next right step and making progress instead of trying to be a perfectionist. And so back to my quote, it says consistency doesn't demand perfection, it demands persistence. So you have to show up. You have to show up and you have to do what you need to do in order for you to get to where you want to go. You have to show up every single day. Every single day, when you feel like it and when you don't, when it looks good and when it don't, when it looks pretty and when it don't. And most of the times, I'm gonna let y'all know, it does not look pretty. We're doing it ugly every single day. We're doing it ugly today. I will let you know that right now. Right? But we show up anyway, right? Because somebody is waiting to hear what I have to say. Somebody is waiting to use what I have. Somebody also use what I created. Somebody needs it, right? And so I have to show up because this is what my duty is, right? This is what I said. I wanted to create a company. I said I wanted to be influential. I said I wanted to do all these things. So in order for these things to happen, I need to be consistent, right? I need to be consistent. If I'm not consistent, then it doesn't matter. Somebody else is going to take my place. And one of the things that I was talking about, well, I'm not talking about, but when I was writing down my notes this morning, I was like, a lot of the times when we're looking at people and they're successful and they're doing something similar or the same, exactly the same thing that we're doing, and you're looking at them like, how did they get there? Why are they there? My stuff is way better than theirs. I know that my ingredients are way better than theirs. I know that they don't have the best da 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 da. And I know that they don't have this. And you're sitting there looking at them, hating from the sideline. No, I'm just joking. You're not hating, but you're just looking at it and you're making the observation. Let's just say that. You're making the observation and you know that their stuff is not better than yours because you just know. You know how they make it. You know the process, all that other stuff. You know that their stuff is not better than yours, but you know what's better than you? What's better than yours? They are consistently showing up. They are consistently doing what the work that it takes, the work that's required for them to be in front of the eyes that they need to so that they can make these sales or so that they can connect to their audience. And so if we see that that's what the thing is that works, then we need to be doing the same thing, right? Because why? Success leaves clues. If you see that they're consistently showing up, then that means, hey, I don't have the luxury to show up when I feel like it because that's just not what I have. That's not my blessing currently. You know what I'm saying? That's not my blessing. I have to show up when I feel like it and when I don't, if I want to get to where I want to be. So we're going to be talking about that this morning. And I also want to know, like, what jobs do you think that, what positions do you think would be great to have on your team? Any jobs that you want somebody to have, any people that you need on your team, you can use AI to help you create the plan, create this, create the title, the description, all of those things. You can use AI to help you with that, right? So you don't have to be sitting there stuck, racking your brains, getting frustrated because I'm not a great writer. I can't write these product descriptions that sound unique to my brand voice. I hate social media. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to show up on social media because I hate it. I don't want to go live. I don't know what I don't know what my tone sound like. I don't know what this sound like. And all of these things can be valid, right? All of these things can be true. I don't have a budget to pay somebody, to hire somebody to join my team and to do A, B, and C. I don't have it. So now that we know that all those things could exist, right? We can also use AI to help us to be our assistant, right? Not take over, to assist with what we need, right? So we can ask AI to help us whatever the position is or whatever the person is that you need on your team that's going to make you thrive and shine. Then let's see how we can use AI to get there. So with that being said, y'all, before we get into today, because again, I will be sharing my screen if you would like to, share some things that you're struggling with or frustrated with, and I'm going to show you how to use AI. This is AI week, so we are going to be discussing a lot of things using AI, and I also want to know, where do you want to use AI, stuff like that, so I can make sure that I'm showing up for you all. So with that being said, y'all, before we get into anything, I want to check and see who's in the building, and then we are going to get right into today's show, because we already know when I share my screen, we always go over an hour. Always go over an hour. Good morning, Christina. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? I hope all is well. Yes, yes, and yes. Good morning, Big Meech, my moderator. How are you doing this amazing morning? Big Meech said, good morning, everyone, and you already know what's about to happen.
Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button.
Yep. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Yolanda. Yolanda's in the house. She said, good morning, family. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? Yes, it is the only cheat code. Yes, indeed. Consistency is the only cheat code. I need y'all to put that in the chat, please, and thank you. Consistency is the only cheat code. I need you to embed it in your brain, embed it in your spirit, embed it on your heart, embed it on your wall. It needs to be embedded everywhere. Because when you don't feel like showing up, you got to remember, I got to be consistent. I got to be consistent. It's not another skill. There's people with less skills. There's people that know less about the things that you are currently doing right now, and they are showing up every single day consistently, and they are shining bright like a diamond, right? There are people that know less, that does less than you, that do less than you. And they still shining. They're still shining. They're still popular. People are still gravitating towards them. You know why? Because they're showing up. They're showing up, right? So I need y'all to put consistency is the only cheat code in the chat. Please and thank you. Please, 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 and thank you. Good morning, Damien. How are you doing this amazing morning? Damien said, good morning, creative spirits. Good morning, Damien. Good morning, Lakeisha Keisha. Y'all already know it's early on the East Coast, but Lakeisha Keisha is up. She said, good morning, everyone, and happy Friday Eve. She is truly blessed. Yes, yes, and yes. Right, so Yolanda said yes, because I'm a former procrastinator. I'm telling you, y'all put that thing up on the wall and retire it. Retire being a procrastinator. Retire it. And listen, it is a hard thing to get away from. It is a hard X to leave. It is a hard X to leave, but you got to leave that thing. It is not good for you. It is not going to serve you. It's not going to treat you right. It is never going to be good to you. It's never, ever, ever going to be good for you. You're never going to grow in that spot. You're never going to grow in that relationship. You got to take yourself and detach yourself from that thing and let it go. Listen, I know it's hard because I'm dealing with it. I know it's hard. We be going back and forth sometimes. We going back and forth. I need to cut it out, right? I got to let it go. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. Oh, y'all know who's in the building. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Chantel. You better thank a union member. You better what? You better thank a union member. You better thank a union member for paid leave. No. Damien says, I'm a perfectionist, but I also know that trying to get my vision perfect will stop me from growing and moving, period. Because even when you think it's perfect, you're still going to figure out a way to tweak it some more. So you might as well just go on ahead, put that thing on out there, and then perfect it or tweak it along the way, right? You might as well go on ahead and tweak that thing along the way, because that's how it's going to work. Good morning, Kay, the manager. How are you doing this amazing morning? Thank you, y'all. Consistency is the only cheat code. I need y'all to put that in the chat. And again, if you got Post-its around you, you need to take that, put it on a Post-it and put it in front of you on your wall. Y'all should have a sea of Post-its dealing with Coffee with Nikki in the morning, right? Y'all should have a sea of Post-its. Consistency is the only cheat code. Please put that in the chat. Good morning, Miss Kim. Good morning, good morning, good morning. The West Coast in the building. She said, good morning, lovelies. Yes. Good morning, Melly Mel. Melly Mel is in the building. She said, morning, party people. Party people. It's Thankful Thursday. It's Thankful Thursday.
Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button.
Everybody hit the like button, and everybody who's in here, I hope you are all subscribed. Make sure that y'all put consistency is the only cheat code in the chat. Please and thank you. Consistency is the only cheat code in the chat. Now I want to ask you all, how many of you say that you are perfectionists? I know Damien had already said, he's a perfectionist, but he know how to work it out, right? But how many of you in here say, Nikki, I haven't put this thing out yet because I'm a perfectionist. Nikki, I haven't put this thing up right now, this community, and this is me talking, hey, transparent moment, looking this way. I didn't put this community yet. I didn't put this community up yet because I'm trying to make it perfect. I am behind. I want to say I'm behind about 2 weeks. It should have been done 2 weeks ago. Right? And I could easily make up an excuse. I could easily say, well, I was busy. I had a lot of things going on. We got the convention coming up. I had to, work my business. I have to do coffee with Nikki. I had to do events. I have kids. I got this. I got that. I could easily make up excuses as to why something didn't happen. Oh, I had to go get a procedure done. I had to go make sure my mom's okay. I had to do all of this. I had to do all of that. I could easily make up excuses, and they could be valid, but I'm going to let you know right now, they are still just excuses. They're still excuses because there was time for me to get it done. There was time for me to at least start it and get it started, or plan it out, put it on paper, and then worry about doing everything and putting it all together. There was plenty of time for me to get those things done, right? And so I didn't. And so we got to make sure that we are not trying to make something perfect, that we're just trying to make sure that we make progress, because you can perfect it and you can add on to it later. But let's get the task done. If you know that you want to launch something, if you know that you want to do something, if you know that you wanted to create something, or you wanted to have your website up by a certain time or whatever, if it can't get done in the time that you set out, well, what things can you do daily that's going to move you closer to the goal, right? And if we think more like that along the lines, we won't be overwhelmed with the complete finishing of the task, right? If we take a little bit at a time and say, all right, well, I'm going to dedicate X amount of time to this every day because I want to make sure that it gets done. I don't have to worry about it being perfect. I may not get it on the first try. Things may not work out. I may miss comments or whatever. And this is me talking to me. I may miss comments or something like that, but I need to make sure that I am taking my next right step and doing something for this. I had a meeting yesterday, and I was speaking to one of my people of my team, right, for the cohort. And I said to them, they were telling me about what they wanted to do. And so I was like, well, what type of time are you going to dedicate to that? Oh, well, I got to do all of this and still looking at the whole picture. And I was like, okay, so how much time are you going to dedicate to that? Oh, I don't understand what you mean. How much time are you going to dedicate? Yes, you got a whole lot to do. Yes, you want to do something and you want to organize it. I get it. But how much time are you going to dedicate to that thing daily that you could, right? You don't have to dedicate 5 hours to do something. You don't have to dedicate 4 hours to do something. If you only got the 10 or the 15 minutes, what could you do in 10, 15 minutes that's going to help you? Right? If we start thinking of things like that, I swear things will be so much easier for us, because we don't have to see the entire picture. The whole entire thing don't have to be done in a night. Right? What can I do? 10 minutes, I get off of work, then I got to do this, got to do that. 15 minutes, I could sit down, no distractions, focus on this thing. That's what I'll do. I could clean off my desk. If organization is my thing, I could clean off my desk. Take nothing to clean up my desk. I could take my time and make sure that there's no dishes or whatever for the next day, so I'm ready to work. Like, there are things that we can do that doesn't take all of that energy. We can take whatever time we have to move into the next right step. So we have to show up. We have to show up, and we have to make sure that we're doing what we need to do, just a little bit at a time, right? We have that. I tell you this every time. 1% is better than no percent. If you do 1% a day, that's going to equal up. You know what I'm saying? That's going to add up. Excuse me. It's going to add up. So just make sure that you're doing something that is going to be moving you towards your goals. Good morning, Miss Tracy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? I hope all is well with you. So again, progress is better than perfection. So just keep making sure that you are showing up every day. And it doesn't matter if you could do 8 hours a day, but you only could do 2 minutes tomorrow, fine. If you only could do 10 minutes the next day, fine. But as long as you keep showing up. And if you can't show up, y'all already know what I'm going to say. Schedule your consistency. Nikki, you sound like a broken record. I do, because I think it needs to be repeated often, right? Show up for yourself however you need to show up, and make sure you're doing what you need to do, period. If you know that showing up for social media is a problem, guess what? There's so many scheduling apps that you can use. There's so many things that you could use for free that'll schedule it. The app that you're on itself will schedule it. You can schedule your TikToks, you can schedule your Instagram and your Facebooks and all that other stuff. You can schedule these things. There's certain softwares that'll schedule all of them for you. Even if you want to create different pieces of content or you want to change the captions, you got that. It's so easy. We're making life so hard. And if we look at it from the way that I'm speaking right now, you can say, you know what, it's a little easier than, you know what I'm saying? Like before, I had to manually do this, and I had to put this post up. I want to post at 12 o'clock. I got to make sure that I'm putting my post up at 12 o'clock myself. You can schedule this thing out. You can schedule it from Sunday. You can schedule it from 2 weeks before. You know what I'm saying? So stop making life so hard. It's a little bit easier now. So we can go on ahead and get some things done, right? And I also want to make sure that I let y'all know, because we were talking about somebody is doing something, their product is not better than yours and things like that. And it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? The best person for the job don't always get the job. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it could be a family friend. Sometimes it could be somebody who don't even know how to do the job, but they got the job. And you're looking at them like they don't even know what they're doing, right? And this is the same thing in business. Somebody may be doing something or somewhere where you want to be, and you like, they don't even know what they're doing. And it's like, well, you know what? You need to show up so that you can be consistent enough so that you can be as successful as they are and be in front of the people that you want to be in front of. But if you're not consistent, it is not going to work. So we need to make sure that we are consistent and stop relying on the talent, because again, I tell y'all all the time, talented people are lazy, and we got to make sure that we're putting in the work, right? Bill Belichick said it's not all about the talent. It's about dependability, consistency, and being able to improve. Right? If you work hard and you're coachable, you'll understand what you need to do and you can improve. Right? So when you're listening to me in the morning, just think, I'm not telling you something because I'm just trying to tell you what to do. I'm telling you something that's going to help to improve you, to help grow you, to help get the visibility that you need on you so that you can make these sales and things like that. So I want to ask y'all a question. If you could hire anybody on your team because you need them right now, right? And this is not the physical person. So something that you could do behind the scenes, right? Not the physical person, not like Nikki, I need somebody to work these market events with me, because AI can't help you with that. But if anything, what do you need somebody to do? What position? If you had this person on your team, you would be able to work more efficiently. You would be able to make more sales. What position is that? Let me know in the chat. Do you need like a social media strategist? Do you need somebody to copywriter? You need somebody to be your photographer? You need somebody to be your caption writer? Like, what do you need in your business currently that will help you to be more efficient? Please put it in the chat. Good morning, Martini. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Miss Tracy said, good morning. Keep the momentum. Yes, yes, and yes. If you could hire anybody on your team today, you have no budget, you can hire them, and you like, okay, I need you on my team, and this is what I need you to do. Please put in the chat what the job would be. or who you would hire, excuse me. A social media manager and strategist, got you. I need a social media person, assistant, marketing and sales, label designer. Okay, let's go. Let's keep them coming. What do you need? What do you need? And so far, based off what I'm seeing, you could definitely do this with AI. Definitely can do this in AI. Yep, social media and marketing. Okay, keep them coming. What jobs, if you can hire somebody without, you don't have a budget, you don't got to worry about the budget, right? If they say they need $1,500 a day, you like, hey, I got you $1,500 a day. I got you. No problem. I'm not struggling with nothing. I got $1,500 a day. I could pay you that $1,500 a day. Nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. Let me know what job would it be. What job would it be? Who would you hire? Let me know in the chat. Who would you hire? And I have some amazing, amazing prompts. Who would you hire in the chat, y'all? Social media strategist and photographer. Label and package designer too. Okay. Okay. Now, what if I said again? What if I said you can hire AI? What if I said with just the subscription? It sounds like some kind of infomercial, right? What if I told you that you can get the stains out by just using A, B, and C? What if I told you could get the wine out of your white rug? I sound like one of those commercials, but I'm serious, right? I'm serious. What if you can just have a subscription to an AI platform that could help you with the things that you need, with the things that you said, right? What if you had that? Hey, Basie, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. All right, let me get to one of my prompts. I want to share my screen, but I also want you to keep on telling me. So I have some prompts for product descriptions, Instagram captions, sales page copy, blog posts, customer service replies, quick DM email templates, market research, content calendar, upsells, and bundles. And so let's go into a social media strategist. You need a chemist. Why do you need a chemist, Yolanda? Why do you need a chemist? I'm going to share my screen, but after I got to get a new chat. Right? Paste. You are world class. Okay, I need some prompts for my okay. Oh wait, I'm gonna use this in Nikkie GPT because that is the better one. All right, y'all. So I'm going to preface this prompt with my Nikkie GPT being a world-class prompt engineer. And this is a prompt that I am borrowing from someone else. But I'm going to definitely use this. I'm going to share my screen. Social media and marketing strategist. So it seems like a common one is a social media strategist. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. One's in the chat if y'all could see it. One's in the chat if y'all could see it. Again, I'm thinking I may do a prompt guide and I will give these to you all. Well seen. Well seen, Mr. Wilson. All right, one's in the chat if y'all could see my screen. One's in the chat. Let's see. Why is my thing not moving? All right. You are a world-class prompt engineer and expert in developing high-quality prompt engineering. Okay, so I'm going to say, I need you to create a strategy for businesses that will fill the position girl of a social media of a top notch. We're going to say a top notch expert social media strategist that will get my entrepreneur audience recognized and lots of customer engagement and ultimately sales. I'm going to also put, I spelled that wrong, but I'm going to put customer engagement, connection, and sales. What strategies could they use to help propel their company forward and compete with top brands with huge budgets? Ask me anything to clarify so that you can give me the best answers. So this is for you all that were asking about the social media strategist. If you were able to hire a social media strategist, this is for you. This is for you. If you want to hire a social media strategist, this is for you. All right. So what we have here, let's pick it up. Yes, yes, and yes. You're thinking like a real CEO now because listen, every product-based business that wants to win in this loud digital world needs an expert level social media strategist in their corner, but not just someone who posts. We're talking about a strategy boss who drives visibility, engagement, and emotional connection and sales. Before I build this out, I need to know a few key things so I can tailor this strategy to your people and make it cut through like a hot knife. So that it's going to ask me some clarifying questions. What do your entrepreneurs sell? Where are they currently showing up? Do they have any marketing help now? What's their monthly revenue goal? Are they launching or scaling? Once I have that, I'll deliver a strategy that outlines the mindset and skills of a top tier strategist, the daily and weekly actions that will drive real ROI, return on investment. What content types and formats are non-negotiable, how to compete with big budget brands through smart storytelling, guerrilla style tactics, and buyer psychology. And most importantly, how to turn content into conversions. Does that sound helpful to you so far? Based off what you heard, does that sound helpful to you so far? Like if I had this right now, this would be able to help me in my business. Does that sound like yes or no? Come on, front queen, listen. Let me know. Does that sound like something that can help you? Does that sound like, oh yeah, you know what? Those are the things that I really do need. I do want connection. I do want engagement. I do want to make these sales. I do want to make sure that I'm not just posting all the time. I do want to show up and have something to say. Let me know if this sounds helpful to you in your business. If you had this, you would be able to do that. Let me know. If this is helpful, put a yes in the chat, and then I want to take somebody in here, or I can just assume I'll take Yolanda because I'm using a member. All right, so Yolanda, I'm gonna take you. Okay, so clarifying questions. What does she sell? She sells bath, and her name is Yolanda. Footprints collection and she sells bath and body products. She is extremely excited about her new perfumes and her apple cider vinegar soap. She thinks the world needs it. Where are they currently showing up? She is currently showing up on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. I don't know if you're showing up anywhere else, but we're going to start here. Do you have marketing help? She is a one-woman show and doesn't have any, and I'm going to put that in cap, any marketing help, and she is struggling with the type of content to post that will connect her with her audience that wants to spend and need her product. What's your monthly revenue goals? Let's say her monthly revenue goal is $5,000 a month from her her business. Okay. Are they launching or scaling? I need to know if they're just trying to grow slowly or go bold with a new offer, drop, or expansion. She is launching her soap and perfume and trying to build up the anticipation for purchase. All right. And so now I'm gonna press send. Oh, I want some perfume. See, there we go. There we go. All right, so let me just go on ahead and put this into chat and see what we get. All right, so we see that we are going to have a game plan. You have an actual strategy right here. Do you see the strategy? You have, if you want to post daily, 3 times a week, weekly, bi-weekly, you have a strategy right here, right? The platforms to use, all of the information, core content, themes for connection and conversion. You have, and we'll go back. I'm just going to show you what it is offering. Sales focused content formulas, psychology and strategy tips that compete with big brands, how to get 5K a month. This is the reality check. There's some freebie or bundle ideas. And then, of course, we got a gym. So currently, without even knowing what everything is saying right now, does that sound like it's something that could help you? Because again, you got the content ideas that you can just take these things, create the content. And I was telling Basie yesterday that you have a gold mine of content in your phone. Gold mine. You may not have the content that you are envisioning immediately, but I'm pretty sure you may not say, oh, well, I didn't work out today. Nobody knows that you didn't work out today. I didn't make soap today. Nobody knows that you didn't make the soap today. Nobody knows that soap is a year old. Nobody knows, right? And nobody knows I didn't mix this oil up today. It don't have to be in the moment, right? You can go looking through your gold mine of content in your phone, in your camera roll, and come up with these ideas that will help support what this strategy is about to tell you, right? All right, so if this is helpful so far, I need y'all to go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. If this is helpful so far, put a 1 in the chat. 1 in the chat. Why is it not doing what I need it to do? It's stuck. Okay, here we go. All right. So now let's go through it, right? So That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I put Yolanda. I didn't put the A. Yolanda is out here believing in her products as she should. And now it's time to get her on social media, get her social media strategy moving like money is on the line, because it is. Don't that sound like me? All right. So social media strategist, strategy 4, Yolanda of Footprints collections. Your goal is to launch new perfumes, your apple cider vinegar soap, and hit 5K in 5K a month in sales solo, right? Here's the overall game plan. You don't need to do everything. She needs to do the right things consistently. There go that word again. Consistently with strategy. That means educating without overwhelming, showing up with face and voice. People buy from people. Making her content shoppable and emotionally triggering, repeating her message like it's a campaign, not random posting. We get into the habit of thinking that we don't want to keep on sounding repetitive because people going to get tired of hearing it. But the only way they're going to remember, this is how people learn, is to be repetitive, right? Creating calls to action that convert. And so here's what you can do for your strategy. If you want to post daily, you do 1 post and 3 to 5 stories every day on Instagram and TikTok. It could be face to camera or voiceover with product, right? Or if you want to show up 3 times a week, this is what you can do. Commenting on relevant hashtags and accounts. Instagram and TikTok, engage with Bath and Body lovers, perfume junkie, and wellness pages. So you will follow people that have a hashtag like maybe Bath and Body products or something like that. You follow that hashtag, and then you'll start seeing those people's content and things like that. If you wanted to post weekly, you could do a live or a story Q&A. You could do that on Instagram or Facebook. This is going to help build the hype. Answer soap and perfume questions, right? This is telling you exactly what you need to do. It's not rocket science. We just got to make sure we follow a plan, right? You could also do one story of the product post. So you could talk about why you created this apple cider vinegar. You could talk about why you created this perfume and who's it for and the scent blends that you created, and it's unlike da 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 da. Right? Why you made it, what it solves, and your passion about this thing. If you wanted to do bi-weekly, you can do user-generated content, and then you can do maybe some reviews or testimonials and things like that. Show the product and use and show people loving the product, right? And showing that it helps them. You got core content themes for connection and conversion. So you can say this soap is not a regular series, right? And so that can be a whole series. People love series. I think I seen it was Erin on Demand who was saying, one of the things that are trending right now with content creators, because a lot of people were doing a whole lot of lifestyle stuff, is that people enjoy series, right? And so this can be a series for you, right? And let me know if I'm talking too fast, because y'all know how I go. I'll be a mile a minute. And are we good? Y'all following? If y'all following, say I'm following. If you're following, say I'm following. If you're following, say I'm following. All right? Because I know I'll be talking too fast. So you could do a series. This soap is not regular, right? And you don't have to say it like that. That's just me. Okay, so why apple cider vinegar is a game changer for skin. You could talk about that. Common skin issues, acne, odor, razor bumps, and how this could help. Behind the scenes footage of you making the soap. Keep it real and raw. It doesn't need to be in a fancy looking studio. It don't need to be in a fancy looking background. You keeping it raw and real. You're going to make sure make sure you just got a good shot of it. Make sure you got good light. If that means put it in front of the window so that the light is shining on, not like looking like a shadow and nobody can see what you're mixing and blending. No, you want to be able to see the thing. It doesn't need to be in a professional studio, but you still want it to be clear. You want the lighting to be good, right? You could do a demo, washing hands, underarms, and feet. Show the richness of the texture of the lather. And you can also do testimonials. My skin is giving thanks to this bar. Do you know every time that I show myself clear, washing my face with the oatmeal and honey soap, everybody's like, I need that soap, I need that soap, I need that soap, because they're seeing themselves in me. I'm sharing what it's doing for me, and if it does it for me, then it can do it for them. Let me know if y'all with me in the chat, and let me know if that's even helpful. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different ways that you can go, 5 different directions that you can go with this one series so far. And then you could even think about different things with this, right? You could even be packaging it up. You could be saying, this customer loves it. She bought 10 bars. She bought that. You could go even deeper. You could go even farther, I promise, right? You can. Right? Let me know if this is helpful so far with you getting stuck in your content. Let me know if this helps you to get unstuck. And then once you get unstuck and you start doing these things, guess what? You got the content already. Now let's schedule it out. Now let's see what captions we can use. And we got ChatGPT or any AI that we can get captions from using SEO keywords so that when somebody is searching up what type of soaps are great for back knee, what type of soaps is great for discoloration, what type of soaps are great for whatever, your product may pop up. Your Instagram may pop up. Your blog may pop up. Let me know if this is helpful. Let me know if this is helpful. If it's helpful, say helpful in the chat. You should not be stuck on content. You should not be stuck on content. Perfume powder. Power. And again, this is helping you to create your social media strategist. Yes, you got to do the work, but now you got a plan. Now you got a guide. Now you have something to work with. Now you're not sitting there stuck thinking about how am I going to create this content? Where am I going to get this content from? You got ideas right here, right? Perfume power. POV, you walk past me and this is what you smell. As Kay would say, your walk by wind, right? Story time, what inspired this scent? You have visuals, perfume on the vanity and the purse, on skin. I showed you all, if you took my class, and even if you took any of my classes, paid or free, I showed you how to put your product somewhere, right? I showed you, and I even got easier ways to put your products out there. To put your product, you could use your own vanity. You could create your own little space. You can go into, like I seen you go into Ulta and you put your stuff in there. You can go into places like Home Goods and stuff like that and take a bottle of your perfume and start taking pictures all around the place. And just because you took 10 pictures, 50 pictures, don't mean that you got to put 50 pictures up. You could use that and trickle those things out, like they call it drip. You could drip out that content. You don't have to do it you don't have to put out those 50 pictures that you took. You could take one of those pictures, put it up on Monday, and then on next Monday you could put up another one, and on the next Monday you could put up another one. You don't want to do it 2 times a week. You could do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do it like that. We're doing too much overthinking as far as what we're going to do with this content. Put the stuff out there, right? It could be easy if we make it easier. And let me know if y'all following. Please put that in the chat. Visuals, perfume on vanity, we just did that. Emoji caption challenge. Use only emojis to describe the scent vibe and then ask followers to guess the notes. This way, you have that engagement. So you could put oranges, tropical things, tropical flowers. Maybe you put a leaf in there and see if they guess the notes right. And if they do, if somebody gets the exact notes, then maybe you want to give them a perfume. Maybe they win something. Maybe you surprise them and they won something, right? This is engagement, right? Oh, people don't comment on my post. Well, make it more engaging. Make it something that they want to find fun to do. Right? Pose and engagement games. Which one are you wearing on date night, right? Or what scents do you reach for on date night? Those type of things. That will give you that, the engagement that you need for your perfumes and stuff like this. I made this because, and this is you talking about why you made a product, why you made your apple cider vinegar. These things connect. I make my oatmeal and honey soap because my son had eczema. And it was important for me to create a natural soap that was going to help him. Right? I make it now from scratch when before I used to use melt and pour. So now I'm in charge. Now I am in control of the ingredients that I put in this soap. I don't have to get stuck with the ingredients that are in the melt and pour base, because now I can make my own soap and I could create that myself. Right? Do you see where I'm going with it? Let me see what you all are saying. Helpful. Okay, good. Oh yes, I'm going back to Sephora. Listen, do what you gotta do. Manifest it. All right. So, okay. So now you have a launch hype campaign. Use a countdown campaign model. So now you can plan out your launch. You have 7 days. So now let's say, all right, you got, maybe this is 2 weeks before, maybe 10 days before, whatever, right? You can start counting down your content. 7 days before the launch, you can do a meet the bar. That's about to change your shower game, right? And then you could just create something with that. 5 days before, smell through the screen. The new perfume is dropping soon. How many of y'all wish I had smell-o-vision? Da 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 da. You know, that type of stuff. 3 days before the campaign. Don't say I didn't warn you. It's a limited batch. We only have X amount, and we're gonna, da 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 da. Everybody is talking about these scents. A day before, you waited, you watched. Tomorrow it's yours. You got your campaign. And then on launch day, it's live. Link in bio, don't sleep, or just click. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So you have all of these things right here for you. Right? Sales focused content formulas. If you struggle with blank, this is for you. If you struggle with dry skin, this is for you. If you struggle with body odor, dry skin, needing to go to daily scent, this is for you. It's proven that these type of hooks are things that people get intrigued by, and they want to see, or they want to wait to the end. This versus that. Drugstore soap versus an apple cider vinegar soap. Matter of fact, talk about where do you see these soaps at, okay? Unpopular opinion. You know, some people talk about, well, apple cider vinegar is not good for your body. Well, if you got an unpopular opinion and it is good, you know, and your point of view is that it is good for your body, then you need to be sharing that, right? Natural skincare doesn't have to smell like dirt. I wouldn't say that one, but you know what I'm saying? You don't need 10 products. You need one that's going to work. You got the psychology and the strategy tips. Use sensory language. It's telling you how to speak. That's going to help you to compete with the big brands. Use the TikTok trends, but twist them to be product relevant. Call out the specific buyer. If you're the friend who always smells good, keep reading, right? Use visuals that look like luxury, even if you're on a budget. Again, I gave free classes. I did paid classes on how to make your product look good, right? All of this stuff is good for you. All of it. Be the face. Yolanda is the brand. Don't hide behind the logo. Show up confidently and often, right? Even if you got people in the room and then you don't, they'll catch the replay. Everybody's not going to catch the live, and that's okay. Just think about the live as the TV show that people want to see later, right? Just because, let's say Cosby Show went live at 8 o'clock, and I'm just saying, let's just say Cosby Show went live at 8 o'clock. You couldn't watch it at 8 o'clock, but you're going to catch the replay. You're going to watch it later, right? And so you still going to get the views. It don't matter, right? If you caught it live or if you caught the replay, you still going to get the information. So this is your reverse engineering on how to get your 5K. And I don't know if that's what you want, but I just put that in there. And it shows you how many units you need, how many sales you need to make. Like, all of this information is here. Let me know if this was helpful. Good morning, Larry from Manzel Candles. How's everything? Long time no see. Let me know if this was helpful to y'all. Let me know if this was helpful to you all. And I'm going to take this prompt that I gave before without putting, you know, the information about Yolanda's brand in there. I'm going to take it. I would put it in my membership. That means that y'all would have to be a membership and be on my membership tribe. But I'm going to just, today, I'm going to put it in the main chat. And I think I'm going to create the guide, and I am going to, one sec, let me put me back up here. I'm going to create the guide, and I think I'm going to do a freebie for my community and put it in the community, because I appreciate you all for being members of my community. Okay. So if this was helpful to you, let me know it was helpful. Does it make it easier for you to create content? Does it make it easier for you to create content? Let me know in the chat, please, and thank you. All right, very helpful, very helpful. I got a lot of ideas now. I can have this prompt. Yes, yes. If this was helpful, please put it in the chat. Now, you don't have the social media strategist, but you got what the top social media strategists would do. The plan that they would take, the action that they would take. You have that information at your fingertips, right? And all you have to do now is execute. You don't have to be racking your brain to figure out what I'm going to do, because now the plan is laid out for you. Now you just got to plug and play. That's all you have to do. All you have to do is plug and play. Look at your content and see how it can relate. Look at your content and see what kind of captions and hooks and things like that you need to put on the top of it so that you can go on ahead and put this out. You don't have to wait until the time that you want to post it. You could look back into your insights or whatever, and you can see what are the best times or people are most engaging, and you can do something at that time and an experimental time. You know what I mean? So if it says, okay, 9 o'clock, most of your people are on, let's try 9 o'clock. But you know what? I'm going to try to put a post up at noon too. And I'm going to see if noon will work. Just schedule out the content and put it out there. You don't have to worry about it. It's kind of like on autopilot. All you have to do is initially get started and then let it go. Let it fly. Let it fly. All right. Very helpful. Struggling with body odor and dry skin is diabolical. Let's go. Let's get it. So I hope this was helpful to everybody in the room. Again, I'm going to put the prompt in the YouTube. I'm going to put it. Yeah, I'm going to put it on the YouTube community. I am building my community for AI and all this other stuff. But I'm rebuilding the Bubble Babes University community. But I am going to definitely have a section where it's going to be all about AI and how to use it for your branding and stuff like that. So y'all make sure that y'all stay tuned. What else? I hope something that I said today resonated with you. Again, you don't have to sit here struggling, suffering in silence. You can go on ahead and use AI and ask how, acting like whatever the position is that you need, whatever the task is that you need done, whoever you need to hire, acting as the top blah, 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 blah. Can you help me to create a strategy? Because I'm a one-person team. Create a strategy to help me do whatever those tasks are. That's it. That's it. And you'll have a little assistance. Yes, that's going to help you in the meantime, and it's going to help you to generate some sales so that you can, if you need to, in the future, hire that person to work that position, right? You'll have that. But right now you don't have it. You got to work with what you got, right? You got to use what you got to get what you want, and it's okay. Okay, so with that being said, y'all, I want to thank everybody for rocking with me this morning, as you do every morning. Make sure that y'all hit the subscribe button, because 30K in 30 days, y'all. Hit the subscribe button and make sure that you turn on your notifications bell so that you can be notified when we go live. We go live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. And also make sure that you're following me on all social media. I am Bubble Babes, BABEZ University, everywhere. And follow me on all platforms. What else do I have to say? That is it. That is all. Again, the prompt will be in the YouTube community. All you have to do is go to my page and see where it says community and go to posts, and there it will be. All right. So that is it for you all. Have an amazing day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.